Hi, my name's Maddie and we're back to do some grammar today. This video is mainly for teachers and parents, but obviously if children and pupils want to watch it, then obviously they can feel free. What I thought I'd talk about today is something that gets a lot of talk in the classroom around teaching children with writing, and also when teachers are making their teacher assessment judgments of writing. So I just wanted to talk today a little bit about adjectives and the whole conundrum of noun phrases or expanded noun phrases, and really about the the status of them and what they're really worth. So we know that Key Stage 1 children need to be able to use noun phrases and expanded noun phrases in their writing. It's one of the attributes of the Key Stage 1 writing curriculum, and it does make a child a more interesting and creative writer if they use those adjectives properly. I think that's the key. And then when children enter Key Stage 2, they're expected to continue to use adjectives. All amazing writers use adjectives. But it's using adjectives purposefully rather for the sake of it and just ticking off I've used an expanded noun phrase. And that's a little bit what I want to talk about. And in no means is it derogatory about children who use the obvious adjective to describe a noun phrase, but it's about talking to children about, was that the best adjective, and did that really need a fourth adjective? For example, we've all been there where a child describes a chair as the old wooden black old wooden black bendy chair or strong chair, and you think it would have just been okay as the old chair, but we didn't really need to know the chair was wooden, or did we? So having that conversation with children about which adjective was the best one to use. And the other issue is sometimes when we ask children to improve their writing, their kind of default setting is to go back and add in some more adjectives, and we've all been there where we think it was better without that adjective, so that wasn't actually the best place to put one. So I'll talk about that more in another video when we look at proofreading and editing. But today I just wanted to talk about the use of the adjective and talking to our younger children about it being the best adjective, because we don't want children to have this strategy of using noun phrases when they're in year 1, reception children, year 1 and year 2, and then when they get to year 3, somebody to say stop the noun phrases, now they're making you sound quite immature as a writer, and we need to move your writing on by using different techniques. And we don't need to know that the ball was bouncy and multicoloured, because it's irrelevant. Most balls are bouncy, and the fact it was multicoloured had no impact on the plot, so it was kind of a waste of an adjective. And I think that comes from really Key Stage 1 teachers driven by a curriculum that ask us to teach noun phrases to year 1 and 2 children, which Key Stage 1 and early years teachers dutifully do. And then into Key Stage 2, the guidance around using adjectives and noun phrases slightly changes, in that the adjectives should be used if they are adding detail, precision or qualification. And that kind of takes away if we have the green grass, the blue sky, the yellow sun, the bouncy ball, the tall girl, if they're not really relevant to the story. So most of the time the grass is green, so is it really worth saying the green grass? And most balls are bouncy, as we've said already, so do we need to know that the ball was bouncy? You know, the sky often looks blue and the sun is often portrayed as yellow in the sky, so, you know, are they really descriptive? And I quite like talking to children in the context of cake, because most children enjoy cake. So if you say, would you like a piece of cake? Then you might want an adjective in there to avoid a question, which is, what type of cake is it? So you might offer, would you like a piece of chocolate cake? And that might be enough. Some children might think they have to say, would you like a piece of chocolate, delicious, tasty, creamy cake, which now has gone a bit over the top. Unless, of course, the purpose is persuasion, and then we would expect there to be more adjectives. So it's about saying to children, would you like a piece of cake? Would you like a piece of delicious cake? Still, we don't know what the ingredient in the cake is, but I'm telling you it's delicious. Would you like a piece of chocolate cake? Now, the chocolate fans might perk up their ears and think yes. However, we could say, would you like a piece of chocolate cake that has been heated in the microwave and is all hot and gooey? Now that's adding extra information after the noun and has turned it into a more detailed clause, which actually isn't what we would traditionally teach as a noun phrase. You know, would you like a piece of chocolate cake that is being served with ice cream? So now we've added something else into the sentence. We don't have to have would you like a piece of delicious, tasty, creamy chocolate cake? Actually just having one adjective, would you like a piece of chocolate cake that has been, or which is served? You know, so it's about talking about options with children and being able to explore them with them so that they don't feel like they can only add adjectives to add description. Actually, the description can follow on from the noun, and maybe they don't need an adjective at all. So less is more sometimes on the adjectives. Hopefully you've enjoyed that video and it might be of some help to you and your pupils. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel and watch some of the other videos. I hope they're being of use to you all. Thanks a lot. See you soon.